Hello, my name is Emanuele Bardone. I'm the Program Director of the Masters in Educational Technology, and in this lecture I'll be covering a few points about our program. Actually, there are going to be 6 of those. I will provide a general introduction to the study program. I will then continue describing what you may expect from this master's program in case you will become our students. I will also describe the main topics that you will find in the program, and then I will continue with a few more words about the digital platforms that we're going to use, the teaching staff members, and I will wrap it up by talking about the career opportunities after graduation. So let's start from the first point. The first point is about the nature of this master's program, which we usually advertise as almost fully online course. We try to avoid other buzzwords like blended learning, because that might not be describing exactly what you may find in our program. So what we usually start with is a 10-day on-site session in Tartu, and that's why we call it almost fully online, because actually we are asking to come to Tartu. This is happening, as I said, usually in the first part of August, when we're going to have this very intense period of study, where you will meet the lecturers and all other participants of the master's program. After that, from September onwards, we continue with the online courses. So while in August we will have on-site workshops and on-site seminars, from September onwards we're going to have basically only online courses, which will continue also from February to May, and then the program is over basically after 10 months with the thesis defense and the graduation. The main difference between the first semester from September to January and the second semester, February to May, is that essentially in the second you're gonna work more and more about the thesis. So keep in mind that most of the courses will be running in the first semester from September to January, and then in the second semester the courses load will decrease because you will be dealing with your thesis. So it's almost fully online because there is this moment, these 10 days in August, where you are supposed to be in Tartu with the lecturers as well the other students. What is the kind of experience that you may expect from this master's program? As I said before, this master's program is almost fully online, which also means that you can call it a blended master's program. What does that mean? One thing that you may certainly expect from this master's program is meeting students from virtually all corners of the world. Because this is almost fully online master's program, there are basically no geographical barriers to consider. Indeed, we will be in Tartu for 10 days, but after that, the rest will be online, and it doesn't matter whether you will be in the United States, Canada, Japan, or China, we will all be together during the webinars. The second aspect concerns tasks and assignments. Because most of our students are actually educational practitioners, what you may expect is that virtually all tasks and assignments will be tied to what you're doing at your workplace. In other words, you will be able to combine theory and practice, study and work. Another element that you may expect are learning conversations that are distributed across all the media that we're going to use. So this means that all learning activities will not be actually centered around the lectures at fixed times, but you will have the chance to engage the lecturers as well as your peers in very different ways depending on the media of your choice. So yes, we will have synchronous seminars that we call webinars, but there will also be a chance for you to be involved and engage other students and lecturers in different formats. As we will see later on, we are actually using different digital platforms that will allow you to do so, to be engaged with other people and to be in conversations with the members of our community in very different ways and not necessarily at fixed times. And the last element concerns learning. Usually people think that in online courses they will be basically with the computer will be their buddy, but in our case, even when we're not physically located in the same city, in the same region, you will still have the chance to have a sense of community, because we are implementing a type of learning that really taps into our being social. And that's why when we will be addressing issues of technology use in education, which might trigger both opportunities and insecurities, you will actually not be alone. You will be exploring insecurities as well as articulating opportunities of technology use in education together with others. And now we're coming to the topics that you will find in the program. In our curriculum, we basically have 3 micro topics. The first is about learning. The second is learning with technology, whereas the third one is more about reflecting on technology use in education. When it comes to the first one, you will have topics like a new learning paradigm, self-regulation, collaborative learning, futures thinking and learning communities, which are basically about what it means, what learning means in the 21st century. Then, with learning with technology, we focus more about the tools and the technologies, and under this general label, we have courses such as artificial intelligence in education, transformative technology use in education, and then post-digital literacies. And finally, in the last macro area, we're going to address broader issues with technology use in education, and we have topics such as critical issues of technology use in education and tinkering with EdTech, with educational technology. Finally, we get to the digital platforms that we're going to use. We're going to use many tools, but there are 3 in particular that we will be asking you to use. We have 2 learning management systems. One is Moodle and the other is Teams. So most of the courses will be running either on Moodle or on Teams. And then for the webinars, because all the courses will have online meetings, we'll be using Zoom. The reason why we're going to have two learning management systems, Moodle and Teams, is also to give you the chance to experience 2 rather different ways in which we can get together in an online space. And now a few words about the teaching staff members. As you can see here, there are 8 lectures that you will find in the courses. Most of them are Estonians, but we also have people from other countries. For example, Natalia and myself are respectively from Georgia and Italy. And then we also have Leo, who is Estonian, Canadian, and American. When it comes to career opportunities, I must say that this master's program usually target people who are already educational practitioners. In other words, people who are already working at school or universities and who come to our master's program to know more about educational technology and how to use educational technology in their own practice. Over the past 7 years, we have seen that there are 3 categories of educational practitioners that could really benefit from our master's program. The first obvious categories are teachers or lecturers. So here I'm talking about people who, as I said, would like to know more about how to use technology in their own teaching practice, and would like to know more about technology in education. Under this category, I can mention school teachers, but also lecturers, and in general, people working in the educational system. And as I said, these are people who are mostly interested in their own professional development and how to integrate technology into their own teaching practice. But this is not the only category, because we also have, and we have had people in this category who are more educators, who can also be teachers, who would like to help other educators understand a little bit more how technology can play an important role in their own teaching practice. So in this case, we're not necessarily talking about teachers who are coming to our master's program to develop their own practice, but we're talking about people who can work, for example, as educational technologists. In other words, educators in support of other educators. Under this category, we may also have, for example, coaches who would like to teach other teachers how to use technology in their own teaching practice. And last but not least, an important category is given by those who would like to continue study, for example, becoming doctoral students. So far, in the last 7 years, we had more than 10 former students who started a PhD program. And 2 of them have actually completed their doctoral program. So in general, I would say that if you are interested in educational change and change the educational institutions with the help of educational technology, then I would say that this master's program is actually for you.